titillate the juices. You know what? Woo! Right now. Woo! Woo!
Dr. Hughes invites followers. Oh, let's see if they increase now. Me too. Yeah, wow. Dr. Hughes.
Mock-ass mock.
He's a great podcaster.
Trick-ass mock.
Acknowledge me.
We're coming for you, nigga. Fat! Yeah, Dr. Hughes, here we go. Keep plugging yourself, that's cool.
First up, a man whose looks will serve your inner needs and desires.
Dr. Hughes.
Yes. Wow. Another Saturday. Dr. Huge is back with the Sleaze and Danny Damage. Shout out to you guys.
Good evening.
What's going on?
How's your days have been? Anything exciting going on in your life? Anybody?
just loads more comic book crossovers that are unnecessary. Yeah, people walking around with
who? Because I haven't been keeping up lately. I pretty much stopped buying them in the summer of 23. I'm like, you know what? I've had enough of this.
I mean, if you think Batman and Scooby-Doo is sort of like wacky enough, there's Batman and Elmer Fudd.
God, fucking man.
The Powerpuff Girls.
Oh, God.
The Powerpuff Girls and the Thundercats.
Yeah.
Alien fights with everybody. Godzilla has a fight with everybody. Spawn is doing his own thing now, but even he's got like so many different multiverse things where he goes and fights with himself. It's like Spawn kills all the other Spawns or something like that. Everyone's got a zombie or a vampire spin-off. Everyone's got some race swapped or sex swapped or whatever. It's just Spider-Man's got 20 things at the minute. Batman's got 20 things. There's just too much of everything. And
you guys are all in the book game. Even the Sleaze deals with books now.
Yeah.
Books.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Not me, my girl, but, that money comes my way, too.
That's right. She's going to watch it become the next Harry Potter, and we just never hear from the Sleaze again. And he's living in a castle overseas.
I'm fucking out of here. Sorry, guys. But
he'll still get a green screen, though, I'm sure, right? Most professional, most elaborate.
Yeah. It'll be on the beaches of Greece, though.
Oh, Greece. I have things I could say about Greece, but it's a wonderful country,
It's a good movie.
Mm-hmm. Greece 2, I hear, is better.
It's horrible.
Oh, it is.
It's fucking terrible.
It's like Texas Chainsaw 2.
Oh, God.
You guys don't, I know we've asked you before, Danny, but you don't really do the Halloween thing over in the UK, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. More underground, where Jack the Ripper is, and they're like doing rituals and stuff like that, right?
No, we have youngsters knocking on door and being like, "Can we have some money?"
Oh, money?
Yeah.
Rude little fuckers.
Yeah, I mean, there's lots of little kids get dressed up and go around with the parents like they do over your way. But yeah, we just get a lot of young'uns that are just like knock on doors and be like, "Yeah, trick or treat, give me some money," and that's it.
Give me some money.
I thought it was about candy.
Yeah.
No?
It is until you get to like a certain age, and then you just want money.
I've never
so
heard
then these
of that.
So then these 13-year-old pricks are coming up asking me for $1? Fuck that.
Well, we get adults now. We get adults in full-blown costumes by themselves, and
that's creepy.
Yep. It is pretty weird. Yep. That's why I have one of my nephews go out there and give candies to these weirdos, so I don't have to do it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I just get a big dog. That'll do.
Huh?
Yeah.
Just get a big dog.
Yeah. No. Yep. And then sick them on everybody. Hey, we got dogs. We don't need dogs, really. We got a lot of those things around here. Pew pew. Can I even say that word?
Pew pew.
What's up, Coach? Shout out to Coach. Shout out to everybody. Everybody get liking and subscribing. I'm trying to get ramped up to do this show. We've been doing a lot of shows lately. We got the Tuesday nights with Jess, #1 Tomatonga fan in the world. And then we had CWC this past week with the dabbling shows. So much dabbling. Right. Yep. I watched Mersh for like the first time ever, like one of his live streams, because he's back on YouTube. Like they're letting a lot of people back, but I was entertained, and he's watching a lot of the same clips everybody else watches. You know, I'm doing some major heavy lifting over here. I'm not even used to watching clips, but like they can just kick back and just watch a clip for a while, and it's like, to me, it's like, how is this a live stream? Even though I watch some of this, so maybe I just got to get with it and learn how to let the clip go. But anyway,
you're square. You're not hip like these kids,
right? I'm too busy trying to be as professional as possible and use my brain and know like dead air and stuff like that. Not these guys.
No.
Dead air every 2 seconds. But shout out to Mersh. I did like the show. Kind of lost me when he got into his queen gimmick. He's got a queen, and she's some 20-year-old goofball streamer that just looks like she's on drugs. So I'm like, that kind of put me. I was like, I got other things to watch now, because there's a million fucking shows out here, guys. This is so hard to do now. You have no idea. This is so fucking hard to do and keep even a smidget of relevancy with all this. And most of this noise, it's not good. It's just noise. So
it's dog shit.
Yeah, and it's drowning the show all out, and I've had enough of it.
Damn it.
Yep. We're all going to stick our heads out the window soon and scream, we've had enough of not being seen on YouTube and X and Kick and Rumble right now.
Well, you don't know that I actually do that every morning I wake up out my window.
Thank you. We need
had enough.
I just think with the... So go on.
No, I was just going to make up some pamphlets and maybe pass those out too. But, yeah.
I was going to say, I think the key to success is just finding the right balance. You've got to be entertaining in your observations of things, but if you're obviously watching something that's crap, that's going to turn people off. So you need to have it where it's not the star and it's taking away from you, but you're able to comment on top and add to it nicely and just find that balance. Because some stuff, when they just sit and watch and say nothing, or just go, or they've got like planned shock face and planned excited face because they've actually watched it before, that's shite. But yeah, sometimes it's like Merch and that ROTC in general, they like the body cam footage as well, and some of that's just quality. It's just like Cops has started all over again, but it's just like a raw version of Cops, and they've got so much more material than was it Fox that did that? But there's just footage everywhere of just like, who wants to watch people getting arrested and squeeing?
You know what gets you successful? Fellatio. That's what gets you successsome.
Yep, I knew you were going to say that. Blowing executives.
Right.
There was a story I heard about that this week. Some actor, who was it? Is it even in my notes? I had
some actor was blowing somebody?
Like being asked to, do all this stuff and to get into the business and to get certain roles. It's like somebody we all know too that got to a certain limit and that they could get even bigger roles that would have made them A-list celebrities like for forever. And then they are looking back on it and they're like, oh, I'm looking at who got these roles and I'm just thinking to myself, well,
Fellatio.
Brendan Fraser, by any chance? Brendan Fraser? I'm sure something came out about him in the last year or so where he'd said he had to, or he was at least approached when younger to entertain others, we'll say.
Yep, it's right on the tip of my tongue. I just can't.
Yeah.
Yep. What's going on? Clearwater.
Good old ball washing.
Dick riding and ball washing. Terry Crews is another guy. Maybe it was him because Terry Crews had he went to court over this.
Yeah, he had a whole thing back in the day. Yeah.
And Danny, you might not know him. He was ever see The Longest Yard?
Office linebacker.
Yeah.
Well,
no.
Different black guy, similar,
Oh.
It's that gimmick, isn't it, though?
Yeah,
when he was people, I don't know.
When he was in The Longest Yard, he was the burger guy, and he'd be like, baby back pitch, and he'd throw like
a cat.
He was in White Girls too.
He was Idiocracy. He was the president.
Right.
Yes. Yep. I know what you mean.
But it was like an executive that was, grabbing the goods and grabbing the butt cheeks and saying, hey, you should do this and that. And he's all like, whoa, and he's humongous. You know what I mean? So
I'd be afraid to ask him, if I was into that.
Yeah, but I guess when they're partying in Hollywood, Sleaze, they get like the tooting and the drinking and the this and the sticking in the pot.
A little bit of
Yeah, like I want this 6'6" black man, right? So
you want to start shoving everything around their face
Yep, clip it, everybody.
Yep.
Yo, everybody, look at everybody in the chat here. Clearwater is a superstar in my life. I watch the Dabbleverse and listen to them. Pretty much that's my podcast stuff. I listen to Stuttering John, MLC, and I'm kind of trying to get into other stuff. I watched a little bit of BYB last night. They get a little racist. You guys are a little bit racist over there. Don't you dare be racist.
Long as you're not big racist. You can be a little racist.
Right.
Was it funny though?
Right.
Was it, yeah. As long as everyone gets a go, then right. I suppose it's
if it's funny.
If you're gonna be racist, you gotta be funny about it. You can't just be like N-words.
Yeah.
Well, like the Steel Toe show where he did like a comedy show at one of his favorite places, Stoney's, a biker bar, and they started like an N-word chant or something, and it's like, I mean, what is that even? It doesn't even make sense. You're like in a white neighborhood, you're in a biker. Why would you start it? I don't know. They seem very obsessed, obsessed with the blacks out here. The Newports, I mean. Sorry,
the Newports. That's what we're calling them. God,
that's what they call them over there in the Dabbleverse. Yep, don't forget the baby. We never forget the baby oil paladin. Yep.
No, I lubed myself up before I even came on.
Yep, Clearwater. He's been around for a minute now. There's even newcomers to this Dabbleverse, and they've been here for like 2 weeks. They're like, who's this guy and who's that and who's? It's like you're on all the biggest shows and things. I mean, biggest shows, again, in my world here, but
they're not on this show, so
right. Nasty Neil, I'm calling you out again, bro. You live in our area. Me and the Sleaze live around here, and you just big time this all year long. You have no time for Dr. Huge, but you'll take every link in existence. So disrespectful. It would be one thing if you weren't taking other links. You take every single link except mine.
He's a link bitch.
One.
Link bitch, right? Yep. I mean, let's just say it.
Link ho.
Yeah. Link slut.
Ho. How dare you let everybody else to get to bang you, metaphorically speaking,
right,
in podcast form, except me?
He's afraid. That's what I think with these people. They're afraid.
Mm-hmm.
It's intimidation.
Tell them, Clearwater, Chad, we're not having this, okay? You're good enough to come on. Others, many other celebrities, many more coming on.
Right.
Yep. Anyway, anything you guys want to talk about before I start like ranting and raving about all kinds of my nonsense?
Not necessarily, no. I'm waiting for your nonsense.
Okay, here it comes.
I've got a quick one.
Okay, here you go.
I've already covered paper book related things, but have you heard or seen about One Punch Man, the new series of that?
No, but a real quick take on One Punch Man, Chainsaw Head Guy. I get all this stuff is like the best in the world right now. I just, initially, I can't get involved with a character called fucking One Punch Man. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, just the title and the premise from the start just turns me right off.
But it's satirical. It's meant to be. It's a parody, is One Punch Man. Chainsaw Man's meant to be taken a little bit more seriously. I'm not a fan of that. I believe it's just a bit too much gratuitous violence, and a lot of stuff goes that way, and it's just gore for the sake of gore. A couple of people have told me to stick with Chainsaw Man for the first 2 seasons, because then it gets into character development stuff, and it's like, I'm not waiting 2 seasons for you to actually stop just being gore for the sake of gore. But no, One Punch Man is like a parody. It takes the mick out of quite a lot of like big popular things. but it's also good in its own way. The guy's just so powerful. It's just like he's lost interest in fighting now, and he's quite lonely, and he doesn't know what to do.
So does he ever have big villains?
Oh, yeah. But a lot of the story with the bigger villains is watching the other characters try to fend them off for a while until the main character then gets there. And it's like, yeah, I'm here. Oh, no, that was over really quickly. And then, like, civilians start seeing him, like, one-shotting villains and start being like, I think you're the bad guy. And he's like, no, come on, I've just saved you. And there's some real good stuff in there. But it's really popular. And they've just done the start of the third season of it now. And the first season was fantastic. I highly recommend it to everybody if you like anime. And the second season, they changed studios and people complained about the quality of the animation. And now this third season has just gone downhill even more. And we're on to like the fourth episode now where we've actually seen a couple of fights. And some people just shat on it straight away. And they were right. But at the time I was like, yeah, just give it a couple of weeks and let's see some fights, because they were just setting things up for the beginning of the series. And it looked a bit like a PowerPoint presentation. But again, people gave it a chance because it's like, man, we've not seen any fights yet. But in this last episode was just, it just highlighted everything. There's one scene where one of the characters like slides down this grass embankment, and it's literally a still image of him just being pulled down diagonally. It's fucking horrendous. And this is like a big studio. But it's the third studio now that's had a go, and this is the third season in 10 years. And it's like one of the biggest, most popular growing things, and they've somehow managed to fumble it. It's not the quality of the anime. Some of the stills are really good, Ribshot, and some of the drawings are really nice, but it's just the way it's been put together. None of the dialogue has time to breathe. As soon as someone finishes their line, they've quickly cut it and they're shooting to the next thing. And it's almost like that South Park episode where they take the piss out of Pokemon, where everyone's talking really fast and they're talking about things really in depth. And look over here now we're doing this, and they throw it about. And that's how South Park took the piss out of Pokemon and some anime like 20 years ago. That's how this season of One Punch Man has been so far. It's, yeah, Paladin. It's
everybody knows about this show except me.
Yeah,
I don't know a goddamn thing about it. So
it is funny, and it does take the piss out of a lot of like superhero stuff, but it also has its own sort of like depth and its own little story, and it is really entertaining. I've read the manga. I keep up. It's a lot further ahead now because it's been going for like over 10 years. Whereas the anime is like 3 seasons, 36 episodes, I think, in 10 years. And they've got computers helping them, and there must be like hundreds of people on these animation teams now. Whereas you look at stuff in the 80s and 90s, and there was like 4 of them doing shit by hand, and they had people whipping them, being like, come on, we need another episode this week. It's like, oh, when do we get a break? It's like, no breaks. You just keep going until the whole thing's finished.
Well, from what I've seen, some 80s anime is just ridiculous. Like the way it looks is just so impressive. You know, crazy good, just crazy details. It must have taken them forever to do that by hand.
Yeah, and they had to do that, and they had to like find ways to sort of like drag the runtime out and just like buy a few seconds just once you translate it from manga into anime. And people shit on that, be like, oh look, they reused the same shot like 3 times with that. And it's like, because they had to. It was different back then. They didn't have computers. There's no excuse for some of the crap stuff we see nowadays. Yeah. Well, and this One Punch Man specifically, when it's growing, it's popular. It's not like it's dwindled in popularity. So,
yep. And Easy says, I don't watch anime currently on my 6th binge of Yellowstone. Yeah, I've kind of seen a little bits and pieces here and there. It seems like more like a country version of like The Sopranos or something. Right. You know, all kinds of business with politics and fighting over land and cattle and blah, blah, blah. But it's not really, I guess country is, they're in Montana. I guess it's all farm stuff, but yeah. How about
exciting?
Yeah, I guess it is. You know, there's a lot of action and stuff going on in it, but how about Scream 7? Did you guys see the trailer? People were really shitbagging it when it first came out, and I watched the trailer and I was kind of confused because I'm like, it looks like a Scream movie to me, you know?
I'm done with Scream. How many times can you do the same premise?
7.
I'll watch it though. That's yeah.
So far,
I'm gonna watch it. That's the bad thing, but I don't know.
Yeah, well, it's like the modern day version of Michael Myers, Jason, all that stuff when they were rolling. And this series, people seem to like it. Like they're all into it all over again. I remember seeing it when it first came out, and this is back in the day when movies were actually in the movie theaters for like 6 months if it was a really good movie. So I saw it like at the very late December or something. It probably came out around Halloween, but I remember just thinking what an amazing movie this was. You know, way better. I mean, especially for that time. Then, of course, we can debate it, but you know, even the Nightmare on Elm Streets and all that stuff I loved. It was just like a modern version of all the slasher stuff that was just good. And I'm going to give this a chance too. The only thing that puts me off, it's like, oh, you're after my daughter now and the blah, blah, blah. It's like, oh, here we go. You know, I get it. The next generation thing, but they all do that at some point.
Yeah. And they get tiring. You know, it's like, how much more are you going to do it? How many more guys are going to put on that mask? There's been like 10 of them.
And girls now too.
Yeah. And girls too.
These girls, you know, they're so strong. They can like tombstone you and shit and stab you to death. I'm done with Scream. He says he'll like the newer movies. They did Sleaze. Promise you.
Yes.
He promises.
Well, if he promises, you know.
We all like Scream. Yep. Halloween was last night. Anybody dress up?
I did to scare the shit out of my nephews.
What'd you get? You got your Freddy Krueger stuff?
Oh, no. My Michael Myers shit. Oh, it was fantastic.
Yep. Scaring kids is fun.
Yep. Scared some more kids across the street.
Running around the neighborhood is Jason.
These kids are soft. Yeah. I dressed up like John Moxley and I chased the kids.
Right. There he is, everybody.
There he is.
The best.
No. Yes.
Terrifying.
It's so funny. I don't even know any news about AEW. I don't know what's going on over there. I haven't watched in weeks. The last thing I saw was Kenny Omega with the Macarena.
No.
And then I do have one AEW story since we got the chicha-ha-has going.
Chicha.
Oh, real quick. Here we go. So scary.
I tap.
Yeah. Jason's tapped like a dozen times now.
Yeah.
He tapped in space. The worst one, though, to me, it's got to be the one where everybody's eating the heart, and then everybody's like Jason, which is, again, has been done in like a million slasher movies. Like the last Halloween one that I just saw where that kid like was starting to become the shape. I was like, fuck this. Michael Myers is old and living in the sewers.
Yeah.
Here, which they did. Good. I was laughing when he was bleeding that all out of his face and everything. Good.
Yeah.
But my
much as I love that franchise, it needed to end.
Oh yeah.
So
they did a number on that. But my only AEW news, folks, is Hook got into it with Lashley a little bit during a match. Not a big deal, not some major heat or whatever. But I guess he was a little too excited, you know, Braun Strowman style with Brock Lesnar. And he was like just doing too much and going too fast. So I think Lashley tossed him out of the ring or something.
Gave him a receipt.
And then he went to the camera and apologized to Taz.
Fuck off. So you didn't hear about Moxley trying to drown Darby Allin in a fucking fish tank?
Oh,
you hear about that bullshit?
I did, yeah. I just didn't really bring it up, but they got into that big street fight, whatever you want to call him, death match, and he tried to murder Darby Allin in the middle of the ring by way of drowning.
Yeah.
Maybe someday you'll get there someday, Mox. He still lost. He quit. It was an I quit match. That's what it was.
Right.
And after throwing Darby Allin all over the place and abusing him and all the rest, you know, cutting him with an axe, he comes back and actually beats Moxley the 13th.
The piss poor part, that's a lot of peas. about AEW is it's so bad that you don't want to make fun of it. You know what I mean? It's so bad that you're like, nah, it's not worth it. Like back in the day with WWE and, you know, TNA or whatever we were making fun of. It was fun to make fun of it because it made sense. But it's any material I try to dig up to make fun of this garbage fucking program. It's not worth it. It's so bad.
What do you have to say about this statement by Easy?
What's this? How Sleaze feels about Scream is how I feel about Halloween. What?
It's crazy.
What? They're not in the same category. But yeah, Halloween's had some bad fucking times, too.
You still like 3, though, right?
Yeah, I love 3.
Like and subscribe, everybody. If you haven't hit the buttons yet. I'm coming after you. Don't make me voodoo hex you, just like my shirt.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. The dark arts over here.
Right? Rest in peace, Hulk Hogan. You don't want to be like Hulk Hogan, do you? Yes. Do you want to be like Hulk? Look at what happened to Hulk Hogan, everybody.
He'll resurrect Hulk Hogan as a zombie Hogan and send him to your house.
And he'll leg drop you.
Yeah.
And your body will flop like a fish. Because of the strength of the leg landing on your chest and neck.
The undead leg.
Yeah. The big boot. He turns around and points after you shoot him with like a shotgun or something. We got to make a zombie Hogan show now.
We need
That'd
to.
be amazing.
Zombie Hogan.
We love you, brother. Stay alive forever. Get it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Hulkamania forever.
Yeah. Eat your vitamins.
If you eat your brains, brother. So it's been so far. I hope it finishes strong. What are you talking about? Never mind.
He's talking about Welcome to Derry.
Welcome to Derry.
It's been good. It's been real good.
I'm not big into the It stuff. Of course, I saw the first It, but the shows and these newer movies, I've only seen bits and pieces. It does look a little creepy. How about this? Did you ever hear about the conspiracy theory that there's literally podcasts made about this where a guy really is latched onto this. He thinks clowns originated with the Nephilim, you know, the fallen angels mating with humans on Earth, and they created the giants, but the giants actually had like these white faces and looked like clowns, big red hair and all this crazy stuff.
People really make podcasts about anything. Just anything.
Drugs are bad, okay? You shouldn't do drugs, okay?
It's
Cocaine.
so expensive. There's a million episodes. People have this guy on all the things. He makes some good points. He does make some good points, but you know,
we had giant clowns walking around back then.
Well, that's where they came from originally.
Oh, all right. I'm following.
That's why they're involved with the Freemasonry and the ring, you know, the ringmasters and the Barnum and Bailey circuses, and they really popped at that point. And it goes on and on, folks. Look it up sometimes. I mean,
yeah,
it may sound crazy, but it's at least interesting.
I got way too much shit to do. I'm not. I can't grasp that one.
Clowns have green hair. Well, I guess tell that to Ronald McDonald, Ribshot.
Oh,
Doink dead.
Right.
The Doinkster. Doink and Dink. See? Proof right there. We all know WWE is Freemasonic.
Yeah, oh yeah. Illuminati. Fucking clowns. Right. That's fucking okay.
I know everybody hates us, but I don't care. The Walking Dead still rules. The Daryl Dixon spinoffs are good, and I've been watching them. So
I was done with that series like probably 8-9 years ago. Just got too repetitive
most
for
people
me.
have, yep. I get it, but I love post-apocalyptic zombies, and they take it, you know, as serious as anybody's taking it. So I'm sticking with them forever, except for that one show. What was it called? The World Beyond with the teenagers. Didn't watch that one.
The Last of Us was good the first season, and then they just tanked the second one.
Mm-hmm. That's what I heard. I haven't seen any of that. I never even played the game.
No, I watched part of it, and it was bad. It was so different than the first season.
Mm-hmm. They should make a giant Freemason clown show.
Yeah, they should.
Where like somebody gets the DNA like Jurassic Park style and brings one back, and then they start going around eating people because that's what they were doing. Rib shot back in the day.
They're making horror movies about Mickey Mouse and Popeye out there, so why can't they do this?
If there weren't giant clowns that were half demonic, then why would the Earth flood when the Noah's flood, Ripshot?
Right.
And why did we need the T-Rexes?
Dinosaurs are fake, by the way. Dan.
Yeah.
No, the T-Rexes weren't, though. Everything else was. The T-Rexes were a natural defense against the giant clowns. That's what I heard. That's what I heard.
Okay.
Me and Danny are starting our own separate podcast about this. So stay tuned.
Dinosaurs fighting giant clowns.
Yes.
I like it.
Yep.
That would be a good movie. Better than some of these movies coming out.
It's going to be great.
We need another Dawn of the Dead. It's time. It's been 20 years about.
Yeah.
2003, I think, was the last one with Ving Rhames. Yeah. We'll get Terry Crews in this one, right?
With his cheeseburgers.
Yep. Yeah. Throwing cheeseburgers at everybody. Back, bitch. Yeah. So, Daryl Dixon, off my notes.
Yes.
Just had to point that out because
you had to.
They just keep pumping it out. I got the Negan one's going to be coming next. You know, the Dead City, which they film around us.
Yeah, in Worcester,
and Brockton as well, and God, a bunch of other places. But I love these shows, Danny. I'll never give up on The Walking Dead.
Yeah, they had videos of Negan walking around the rain in Worcester, like signing autographs the other day.
Yep.
I'd go up, but I fucking hate Worcester. You know, it's a shit town.
Brutal. Yeah,
it's gross.
More on that later.
Yes. Stay tuned.
Saturday night main event tonight. Anybody pumped for this at all here?
I am.
Oh, the wrestling. Right. Sorry. Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah. Normally talk about wrestling, don't we?
All right. I'll let you know what some of the matches are, at least.
Cool.
We got CM Punk versus the YEETmeister.
Yeet!
Come on, let's do it.
Yeet! 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 Yeet!
And he's been clapping back, as the kids say it, everybody, saying, how dare you call me just an entrance, and I'm good, and I'm the next Roman Reigns, because Roman Reigns has now did whatever the Queen does over there, Danny, and sired him and stuff, and said, you are now just like the tribal chief, and he's going to go on tonight and possibly, maybe, beat CM Punk. If Vince was there, I would have picked Jey Uso to win this tonight.
No.
But without Vince there, I think CM Punk is winning tonight. What do you guys think?
I would have guessed the opposite of that, actually. I was going to say Vince was there, would have stuck it to CM Punk. And because Vince isn't there, he's probably got more sway, but Punk's probably going to be more into the whole, oh, well, I'm, for the future and, the future of this business, and I can see the bigger picture. So, I can see him putting him over, to be honest. It doesn't deserve it, but it's no surprise that I'm not going to cheer Jey Uso on. Sorry.
Damn it.
I have a conspiracy theory, because rumor has it Chris Jericho has signed with WWE. I think he's interfering in the match. I don't know which way, but that's what I'm hoping is going to happen tonight. Not the AEW Chris Jericho, Y2J Chris Jericho. I said it.
Yeah. No.
I would love it.
It could cost Punk the match. That makes sense.
Right?
Please do that. That's what
Go forward with our information.
But no yeeting. No yeet winning tonight. That would just be insane, having Jey Uso win when he's getting like thousands of dislikes on all his YouTube videos.
Yeah, no.
Of
He
course,
can't have the belt again. The first time I could see it boosted him up a little. He was a placeholder. This makes no sense. So, and it's about time for Punk to get the belt. I hate to say it. Now, I would love Punk to get the belt and turn heel, because I'm sick of this Uncle Phil crap. It's getting really fucking tiring. Where he ran it back the other night. I want to slap my TV.
He's so cringe.
Yeah, it's bad.
And yeah, he is definitely unk backstage. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just,
it's too fucking campy. It's gross.
He's taking what he and FTR had in AEW and what FTR still sort of like pride themselves on being like, yeah, we're the uncle that everyone comes to ask for advice. And it's like, yeah, but nobody listens to you. They just like to hear their own voice.
Yeah.
But yeah, a heel Punk would be, I think, a good idea.
he comes out, he's got a really like nasally voice, and he's starting to sound really nerdy to me lately. I'm cutting up these promo videos and I'm laughing to myself every time I'm like play some of his lines back. I'm like, he sounds like a nerd.
You know what it is he's not playing CM Punk anymore. He's being Phil Brooks. You know what I mean? And Phil Brooks is a comic book nerd. You know, he's one of those in Straight Edge and all that crap. He's not the authority, you know, striking fucking CM Punk that, you know, everybody likes.
Yeah, like he's not coming off aggressive or like a tough guy, really, even though he may be acting like he is, you know?
Yeah, it's not working. It's not. Smiling. I hate it.
The hair.
Yeah, the hair.
Outer space.
Right.
That hairdo just everything about it. I don't like it right now. Get better, CM Punk. Get well.
Yeah.
Sure, he puts on. Lately, he's had some good matches. Not like he wrestles a lot that I've seen, but the matches I've seen as of late, pretty good. So keep up the good work there. And
yeah, that's always been good. It's the presentation. It's the character. I hate this good guy Punk. It sucks.
And I don't know if it's TKO or it's the talent, but they're really repeating a lot of these lines every single week now. Yeah. Again, I'm doing these promo edit videos. I get to hear it a few times, and I'm like, he did this last week. Yeah. And then last month he did that too. That's why I'm making a lot of these videos are kind of coming out the same, and it's almost I love how that's working out because I can hear a promo and I'm like, oh, here we go again. You know, here comes part 3 of the same shit.
You know, we say this every single week, and we're like, everything's repetitive in the storylines. But, you know, I was thinking the other night, there are a lot of people hurt and a lot of top people hurt. Gunther, Liv Morgan, Bianca Belair, like a lot of their people that were in the top main event spots aren't there. So it's like, I don't know if they're just passing the time until these people get fucking cleared or what it is, but it's missing a lot of good talent too. Seth Rollins now. So
it feels like they have people that they want to make their superstars, like they're uber top guys and girls, and they're sticking with it. So even if they're hurt, the people that fill in for them don't get to become superstar level, and they keep them doing horse shit.
Right. Like LA Knight, it's a perfect time for him to be bigger than he is. I know they've been putting him in a lot more stuff, but he's a main event guy. Let's stop fucking around. I was saying this to my girl last night. We were driving back from picking up her son from trick-or-treating and shit. And I'm like, that's the problem they're having is they have like just a handful of people that they constantly will throw at you. And then they have the other people that just do minuscule shit. So we always talk about the pivot and the plug and play shit when people get hurt. They haven't planned this shit out. They haven't said, like, if Seth Rollins goes down, we need a Seth Rollins to fill in. You know, they're not developing the under talent, the mid cards, the people coming out of NXT and shit like that. So when these people or a group of these people get hurt, that we're getting this kind of product.
Yeah, like in football over here. That's how it's always been. Tom Brady wouldn't have been Tom Brady if Drew Bledsoe didn't get hit so hard. He was bleeding in his chest, need to get tubes in his chest that day. So they put Tom Brady in. He becomes Tom Brady. It's like that doesn't happen in the WWE anymore.
No,
that happened back in the day with Vince around, like when he was in it.
In your same scenario, that's like, okay, so we pick up this kid, Tom Brady, and then we just have him sit out every practice. And then Drew Bledsoe goes down and they go, oh, Brady, go in. And he doesn't know what the fuck is going on. That's what's going on right now, is that they don't have the backup quarterbacks to fill in these spots.
I feel like they got a million guys that they could plug and play, but they got to give them a good story. They got to give them good creative until a guy comes back. But it's like they're thinking WWE, maybe it has to do with their contracts and how big they are, and we got to use these guys or whatever. But when they come back, if the other guy's already doing it, making money for you, do you really need the guy that was just hurt? I'm sorry, it sounds rough, but that's how the world works. If you can't go, somebody else might be able to go for you. But the way that they're doing it again is they're just kind of keeping it very average, just very, here you go, we'll just fill in with this and that, and nothing's really going to come of it. Make big stories out of everything. And that's it. Take a lot more chances. There's no chances being taken right now.
No, and they're going through the same problem that they had back when like Hogan left and Randy left and all that. I mean, yeah, you had the Shawn Michaels and the Bret Harts and all, and that were below them, but they weren't ready to take over. You know what I mean? It took a while for that to really heat up, and then you get The Rock and you get Austin, of course. But they're not. I don't know if it's a cockiness or what the fuck it is. And all their main people are above the age of 40 or pushing 40 at this point. So there's going to be a huge class of these people that are just going to be leaving. And they're not caring about the people that should be taking over after. It's going to be a problem.
Yep. Not in the women's division, I don't think, because they're always just like, they're going to give the belt to Jade tonight. Like we pretty much all think that's happening, which she's going up against Taffy Time, right, Jade? That's what she called her this week, Taffy Time. But yeah, I mean, Jade. That's
why in a lot of cases, like I've been watching the women and being more entertained by their stories and their wrestling and shit and their matches, to be honest, because it seems like they're paying more attention to the women than the guys when it comes to that, you know?
Mm-hmm. It's funny. I think the NXT ratings are as high as they are because of the ladies. The kids love to look at the ladies, especially. You know what I mean? So,
yeah.
Hey, I'm with them. That's why John Cena visits every week, along with CM Punk now. Yeah.
Uncle Phil.
Yeah. Kiana James, gonna be a megastar. She could easily be plugged in. She just needs that brand recognition. Julia. Saul Ruka when she comes back. Another one that's injured. I mean, there's tons of hot babes now, right? Tons of hot babes. Look at that.
There's a lot of talent.
Do I have a... Oh, here we go. Speaking of hot babes and stuff. Oh, no, this just made me laugh this week. There's Kumia. This is what was on everybody's timeline this week because of Sydney Sweeney, I guess.
Those are big fucking tits.
Big fucking tits.
Yes, big fucking tit. Giant fucking tits. Big fucking tits. Fucking tits. Maryland's big fucking tits.
No.
Big fucking prairie tits. Fucking Maryland tits. Pioneer fucking tits. Big
I don't like
fucking tits. Gargantuan fucking tits.
What the fuck is prairie tits? Like what? What the fuck was that?
No idea what that means.
Is it like a prairie dog looking out of its hole? Is that...
Oh God. That was great.
Loves those BFTs. That's what we call them around here, folks. We're professional. We would never say those words.
No.
Massive hammers.
Yeah, right. Hammers, yes.
Huge fun bags.
Oh, yeah, this happened last night too. So everybody's been begging for this to end. You know, this little feud between Carmelo and The Miz. Because, I get it. You want these guys pushed to the moon. I think Carmelo could be. He reminds me of a young Shawn Michaels. Just the hip-hop version instead of the rock star version. So, but they WWE just can't get edgy enough these days. They got to do this type of stuff online where, he's doing all this business. This needs to be done in the ring. They got to be edgier, dude. This WWE sucks lately. It's still, I get it. It's been PG for a long time, but man, now I don't know.
Yeah, but we were told when YouTube, when Netflix was, doing Raw and stuff like that, they said, "Oh yeah, we're gonna we're gonna, be looser with the language, and we got shit. They're beeping out everything.
Yep, we did. We had that little glimmer of hope before January 6th this year, and they just came out, and man, that show sucked.
Yeah.
And what was it? Here's another Handsy video, but
oh boy,
but yeah,
look at that.
January 6th really, the Netflix version I'm talking about for WWE. We had so much hope going into it, and it just did not pan out because this year, overall, Raw's a decent show. Sure, they got the good matches. They did fix it up. But I'll put it like this. Ronda Rousey did an interview this week, and she said, I just want to get her quotes correct here. She said that when she was there, it was like the death throes of the Vince era, meaning he was still around, but he kind of wasn't really.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what I was watching. It was like Vince McMahon was there, but they're writing shows like an hour before a match. Some shows they said they were writing in the middle of the show. Like, what are they going to do in the next 20 minutes or something? Like, that's insanity. But it's
how do you do that?
The communication was so broken because it's like people didn't want to step out of line and go talk to Vince, but they needed to about certain things. Like in her one of her other quotes was she was doing the WrestleMania match with Shayna Baszler, and they didn't know what they were doing even the day before.
Yeah, that's a problem. That's a big problem. And I'm sure they're still doing it, in some way nowadays too, where they're fumbling around like that, which blows my mind.
Yeah, it feels a lot more buttoned up though, especially 2019 was just insanity. That year sucks so bad. Get liking and subscribing out there, everybody. Here's a little. I love these Handsy AI videos.
What is that? There's a dot on me.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, no. That's a laser. Someone's got a sight on him.
They found me. You see that? Illuminati, do it. There's a dot on his chest. That's a sniper. He's gone. He's out of the ring. He's headed up the ramp. Nothing like this. Hiding, huh? He's panicking backstage. They own the world. They think we all bow. Not tonight. Every drop of sweat I spill is another chain breaking. Illuminati, I'm coming for you.
Oh, I thought he lived with his dad and mom.
Not tonight. He's here. The ring just got a lot more.
Not tonight. Not tonight.
He's taking down the Illuminati. Shout out to Handsy. He doesn't interact with me online for some reason. It's very weird. Isn't that weird? I don't know. Social media should be used for socializing, guys.
Yeah, right.
Just so you know.
It's used for tits.
Right.
That's what it's used
Rock, for. If you're listening, good friend of the show, and me and the Sleaze over here. It's like he sends me messages all the time. He doesn't even watch the show, doesn't click on it, doesn't hit a button. He won't even hit a like button. It's just, what are you doing out here, everybody?
Yeah.
Don't you want to be seen too and do things and be involved in stuff? That's what you need to do. That's why you got to hit the buttons. Come on.
People in our personal life are the least amount of people that support us. It's always been like that. It's crazy.
We got to do more public shows. Sleaze.
Yeah.
Try to get into maybe some comedy clubs or the Kowloon where all the wrestlers go all the time.
Right.
So we got to do something like that. Remember when we did the sports show, store?
Yeah, that was great.
And people were hanging out listening. They were having so much fun.
Yeah. Did a live show, Danny. It was great.
And they all subscribed. That was when Mick Foley was signing there too.
That's right. Yep. We were standing right next to him doing the show.
Yep.
We're famous.
You like the buttons, Paladin, you gotta. Everybody must. They're not liking the buttons enough out here. Pissing me off. But all right. Do whatever you know. I know you're very tired probably. It's the weekend, right? It's the holidays.
We need to make the buttons look like boobies. And then they'll touch them.
Well, let me just check something. We might have to snipe Stuttering John if he's on.
Oh, fuck.
And he is. Do you guys want to snipe for a while? I gotta practice being lazy when it comes to doing the show.
Oh, absolutely.
All right, you guys can't hear that. Let me turn this on.
What the fuck happened to his voice? Like, it doesn't even sound like Stuttering John anymore. He sounds lady. I listened the other day and I'm like, what the fuck happened to this guy?
It's crazy. His voice has really changed over the years.
Yeah. It's all the coke.
Yeah. Remember what was that last week? They were like somebody
The
sent
coke jaw.
Yeah, coke jaw.
It's fucking.
Go on. Share it. Here we go.
Oh boy. Oh shit.
I'll leave the chat up too. Shout out to the chat. This chat and MLC chat's one of the funniest.
Right.
Let's go.
Look at him.
I mean, if this show was like watching the paint dry, would you snipe paint drying? I don't think so.
Brilliantly timed.
I think they snipe me because I am the funny one.
No.
Let's face it.
I'm terrible.
I was born to be funny. I have always been funny and entertaining. The Howard Stern Show thought that. The Tonight Show with Jay Leno thought that.
He was the announcer.
Thought that. Brandon Tartikoff thought that. In fact, he said to me,
not the finger.
At the NATPE convention, you've got it.
Oh, I hear the music. He's playing his music.
Yeah.
You hear that?
Oh yeah.
So he's like trying to keep, I think, OJ from playing his video here. Damn it, John! I want to snipe you, and he's got it on very, very, very low in the background. He's trying to fool us.
Just enough.
It's that 140 IQ motherfucker. He only does this like once every 6 months, too.
He was only funny because of Howard Stern. Like, I don't know what part he doesn't get from that. Like, him on his own, he's never funny. And he mentioned fucking Jay Leno. He was the announcer that they threw in stupid skits because he was an idiot once in a while. Like, that doesn't make you funny.
Yeah, he literally has got a horseshoe up his ass. The life he's had just getting on the Stern while it was like red hot.
Right.
Having the stutter, going out there doing the interviews that he didn't write any of the interviews. Like, let's keep it real. I still like you, John, but yeah, I think he's funny, but he's not trying to be funny in a lot of ways. Sometimes you can tell when he's trying to be funny, which he's just, he'll drool all over himself or whatever. But a lot of that too is to cover up all the other stains that he's got going on. Like, oh, look now, everybody can make fun of me because of this now. And it's like, well, it was already stained, and just he's a nutcase.
I can't believe that after like 30, maybe 40 years or whatever he's been around, that he hasn't figured out that like he's an idiot. Like Howard used to call him out like almost daily as to like, like, don't mention my name, don't do this, you're funny because of me. And he's still like, what, in his 50s or 60s now? Still thinking he's funny? What is wrong with him?
Yeah. And people just send him, look, you see all the super chats he's getting? Just to troll him. Every super chat is pretty much a troll.
Right.
There was some supportive people in there, but yeah, a lot of them were just like, no, man, we're laughing at you, not with you.
Yeah.
Here's $1.
But there's so much lore to him. I mean, he's got the whole kids I brought up with Clearwater Chad this past week, which I don't care about the personal family stuff, but it has to be brought up if you need context on what's going on and why. He has trans children. He lived in brought his kids out from New York and went to LA, and it's almost like if you're any remotely any type of celebrity, you're probably going to have some trans kids just because of the schools they go to. Right. That's kind of how it works, guys. It's not like their idea. It's like adults' ideas pushed on to them. So,
yeah.
Hey, come on now. It makes you look really, really special as well. Don't
yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Good point, Danny.
You need to stand out with all the other septum piercings and blue hair and exact haircut and oversized glasses and standing out by doing the exact same thing. That old badger. Yep.
Yep.
Right.
And so, of course, people go at him for that. And then, he's gross. Again, the snot. He's always wiping his nose. He must be back on the nose candy because there was a good several months where he stop doing the nose wiping, but now he's just nose wiping like a motherfucker out here.
It's funny. He addressed the whole like Coke jaw thing, and so when you have Coke jaw, right? If you get nervous, it gets worse. You know what I mean? So as he's trying to tell people he doesn't do Coke and it's because of caffeine, even though he doesn't drink caffeine, it was the most confusing shit. His fucking jaw is just going like this the whole damn time. I'm like, what the fuck? What the fuck am I watching?
Yeah.
He's incoherent. He's fucking drooling.
He has a lawyer on all the time that trolls him, like the ultimate troll in the form of a real lawyer that just fucks with him all, and he keeps bringing him on. He gets all involved with him. Just that alone is like, dude, you are crazy.
He's insane. Yeah.
He's really like he's a wacky ass guy.
Yeah.
And he had it all. He had life by the balls, Sleaze. So he ended up on Stern, becomes a big character on there, leaves for like 150, 250,000. I forget what the actual contract was to go to Jay Leno, which was mainly to piss off Howard Stern, like take one of his guys.
Right.
Because they had a whole feud going on. So he gets another big payday from that. He had like a mansion out in Los Angeles. And then, of course, gets divorced. The kids, all like, that whole deal. He kind of seems like he almost like ignores it and then goes off, starts doing podcasting everywhere and, doing stand-up, which he's not a stand-up. He's not a podcaster, really. So what is it? And that's what it turned into.
He was dabbling.
He's a dabbler.
Right.
Now he's dabbling in everything, but he's like, dabbler. I dabble? No. I'm a professional comedian. I've been on Jay Leno's Tonight Show. You just saw it. I was on the I love this one. Professional football arm wrestling championships. I hosted that. The Kareem Abdul-Jabbar roast. Haven't you seen that, everybody? We've all seen that.
No.
Of course not. Because you're insane.
So you think he can differentiate between good attention and bad attention, but he just intentionally likes both because it's just attention?
I think he's too. No, I don't think this is a work whatsoever. I really think that he's crazy. Yeah, he's crazy enough to believe this shit. Mm-hmm. Like I've said in the past, I think Dave Meltzer is a work. I think that's a whole work in itself that he literally does that shit on purpose. But John is he's fucking delusional.
Yeah. Let's just check back. I want to hear more from what he's got to say, but hold on one moment. The people love dead air, so it doesn't matter.
Oh yeah, of course.
I'm gonna stop trying so hard.
That's when the numbers go up. Let's just take a nap. Fuck it, I'm tired.
He literally takes a nap sometimes, by the way.
Yeah.
Stuttering John. Damn it, I got rid of it. I'll be right back.
I'm gonna start drooling on myself, eating, doing my laundry. Jesus Christ. Look at his fucking face. This is crazy. He looks like a coked up Incredible Hulk.
That face. And his ears are missing.
Where the fuck are your ears?
They call him Barney Rubble,
Yeah.
Fred Flintstone, all this stuff. He looks like the guy from that 90 Day Fiancé, the guy without the neck.
Yeah.
Kind of looks like him, but all right. Let's see.
His chat just pointed out he's gone into subscriber only mode, so only subscribers can.
Oh, he's usually in that
now.
I would think.
Yeah.
He doesn't just let any old body in here,
because he's so fucking famous. That's why.
Oh, they cry.
I still hear it. God damn it. He's playing his intro song on a loop, and that's.
Clever. It's clever. If you don't want people snooping around and pushing your content elsewhere, then it's clever. Got to give him that.
Man.
But that was probably somebody else that came up with that idea because he's too stupid.
Yeah. But it's a good idea, so.
Yeah, it is.
It's a good idea.
Does it have AI subtitles? Can you play it just while we're chatting, but then see what he's saying with subtitles or anything like that? I'm trying to think.
We're looking for that in the future.
Yeah.
Can't trust it.
That's what Public Enemy said back in the day.
Oh, here's a story. I don't even know if I ever told this story. Fuck, did I really get rid of this again? I'm an idiot. Hold on. We're going back to Twitter, everybody. Stay tuned.
Jeez.
Okay, so.
Oh, boy. Look at that.
Let's look at this guy. That's Undertaker, everybody.
Yeah. You never saw this before?
No, I've seen this.
All right.
It reminded me of the story here. See, my brother dated one of Undy's ex-girlfriends, and she showed me her college yearbook, and Taker was in there with red hair, and it said that he played volleyball.
Yeah.
It blew my mind.
I never knew he played volleyball. I knew he played basketball.
Oh, of course they'd promote that part.
But. Yeah, but not volleyball. I need footage of that shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and where is Stuttering John's ears? I don't know. We'll have to go looking for him one day. And there's me and Clearwater Chad.
There you go.
Dabbleverse superstar.
Looking great.
And there's Tatum Paxley, new NXT Women's Champion. Very surprising. We need more wins like this to, liven everybody else up. You know what I mean?
Well, they need to entice the people with hot dogs, apparently.
Mm-hmm. And she used to do the gimmick playing with all the toys in the back.
Yes.
And I tried to join earlier this year when she was playing with all her toys, and they never got back to me. So
of course not.
Of course. What are you, racist? Right?
Yeah, because I'm black?
Must be. Look at one of our newest regular guests to the Dr. Huge show. That's Jess.
Yep. She said I was too nervous to come on last weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Too scared,
apparently.
Too scared to talk to ladies. And then Butterbean, DDP fixed Butterbean.
Really nice.
Yeah, I think DDP is the second coming of Christ.
Could be. Which
does
means
miracles.
Maybe the Antichrist.
Oh God.
Come
what
back.
The fuck is this?
And there's Karmic. He's a Dabbleverser.
Ah.
He screams and he yells and he puts it on in his podcasts. So shout out to you, and I know you guys will like this video.
Oh boy.
No songs. She got fake butt pads in, guys.
Right.
This is the lady. By the way, I was doing stories on this months ago. This is in the sports world where she was getting everybody in trouble because she was like sleeping with everybody and doing things with everybody on their shows and trying to work way up the ladder. All these professional sports lady analysts are just so expert and so much better than Dr. Huge, right?
Right.
She put out a video where she's got butt pads and BBL pads, and she's working out to show off, and it backfired because, boy, everybody was goofing on this. I'll show you in a minute. But
at least she didn't get the surgery and smelled like, rotting lettuce.
At least. Yeah.
I mean, got to give her that.
This is what I do, folks, usually when I'm not doing the show. I'm just watching chicks work out. And
you have your shirt off and...
Shh, I'm trying to watch this broad workout, Sleaze. He's still going. It's a long-ass video.
Look at this broad go.
Yeah. Like one of my favorite lines from Dirty Work. The old guy with Artie and Don McDonald walks in. He's like, hey, he's like, shut the fuck up. I'm trying to watch these broads work out. So I think we've seen enough, but here's what the people have to say in the in the deal here.
At least it doesn't smell.
Jason Whitlock. He's a guy that was like booted off ESPN. He's like a conservative sports. He's always talking about Jesus on his sports shows, which is fine and everything. But he loves Joy Taylor, and he's always talking about her peanut butter skin and all this stuff. So, but somebody posted his face looking like like he looks very upset,
disappointed.
And here's a tank.
Mm-hmm.
What else we got? Yeah, she kind of It's
her
okay
back
to do
is
this
weird.
and clown her, Danny, because she's caused so many problems. You know.
Oh, it's just she's filmed herself working out like that, and that deserves mockery. Just no one cares.
Yeah.
Fucking get on with it.
Nobody gives a shit.
Yep. SpongeBob. SpongeBob SquarePants.
Yeah, he got butt pads too.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Even Bill Cosby. What? Even you, Bill? You don't like that?
He wouldn't roofie her.
So, yeah. Why'd you do this to yourself, De Niro? Even A. Yep. This guy supposedly got it in with her, at Fox Sports. Yeah.
Jesus.
Yep. A lot of the same stuff. Yeah. Tasmanian Devil. It's kind of.
Don't give people ammunition. You know what I mean? Don't do that.
Mm-mm.
Stay in your lane. Don't fucking put pads on and go to the fucking gym.
So that's all it is. It's just like foam pads in a panties.
Yeah.
In a pants, right? So it's like a bloke putting balled up socks in his underpants.
Yeah.
Just
so
or not.
So coming soon.
Yeah.
Coming soon, when I go to the gym, you're going to see something good.
Nice.
Telling you.
You should do a video like that, Sleaze.
I'm gonna.
Next time you're at the gym, just put some like pillows in your,
in my ass,
in your shorts.
I'm putting it in the front.
Yeah, the bike shorts with the tube socks and things.
I'm gonna have that, and then I'm gonna go on the row machine, where it's gonna come up,
like
and
the guy
down and up.
Spinal Tap with the cucumber in the wrapped in aluminum or tinfoil, and they're like, "Why did you wrap it in tinfoil?" Couldn't get through the airport.
Yeah.
Yep. Butt pads are delicious. You eat them?
What? What do they taste like?
I think they used to make Subway sandwich bread out of butt pads.
Yeah. Use butt pads.
Close. I think it was yoga pads, but same difference.
They just toasted them.
Mm-hmm. True story, by the way. Not even joking.
Nope.
Yep. So don't go eating yoga mats or butt pads anymore, Paladins. Not good.
If you're gonna toast the butt pads, only do it on 2. Don't put it on 5.
Mm-hmm. This world is so ridiculous and so stupid. Here's a worldly joke for you, or story rather. So there's a guy in Tennessee, everybody. He was a former cop. He posts memes online, usually about like Trump is a this and he's an idiot and blah, blah, blah. And he got arrested for memes. They tried the local police picked him up, $2 million bond, so he wasn't getting out anytime soon. And then they kept him in jail. I don't even know how long, at least like a week or 2 or even a month. And they just released him recently. And of course, they had nothing because of memes. They really tried to cook up something like
what is this, Great Britain?
That's what I'm saying. It's like it's really. Do you worry about that, Danny, over there?
Yeah, but
they do it big over there.
Yeah, like we get like
here.
Like 1,200 people a year are arrested. Not necessarily like put behind bars or anything, but apparently 1,200 people a year have to like deal with the police over shit they've posted online, and a lot of it is just like memes. It's daft. But yeah, I'm not surprised it started in some place in America. And I did see this story with this fella from Tennessee. And if what they said, he said, and that's it, then yeah, that's fucking way out of line. But sometimes they'll say things like, "Oh yeah, he just." They won't sort of like say if he said something like really, really offensive.
You're allowed to be an asshole here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's there's certain threats you can't make. So if he hasn't done any of that, then yeah, you can say what the fuck you want. That's
from
fine.
what I heard, he brought up a school shooting that happened across the state like a week earlier, and they tried to pin it on the local high school. They were looking for a reason to get him on some technicality, and they go, "Oh, he was talking about this high school though," and it's like, no, he was talking about the one that already happened. You know, so. It's just it's a crazy story. If this is what the future is, I want no parts of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no.
I'm not doing it again. I am not doing this, guys. One day I might just be gone because they keep on slowly ramping it up, and I'm not complying with it peacefully, with peace and love, Jesus style. I'm not doing it. Take that. And
But you've got your amendment to Hidebound. We haven't, so we just have to keep fucking steaming on. So we take this, and it's a non-violent way, but we turn it around and say fuck off because we're just going to keep giving you shit on the internet. We're going to keep going to marches. We're going to keep laughing at you and demanding you fucking resign, and it's all we can do, really. And people are pissed off. They're not having it. It's every time they sort of like overreach like this. Every time the government overreaches like this, another person just goes, you are a set of pricks, aren't you? Either I shouldn't have voted for you, or I'm glad that I didn't vote for you, and now I hate you even more. And the two main parties at the minute, they're not going to see an election win for a little while now.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, Sleaze, you got to get going. Yeah,
I do. I got to cut it short.
Go ahead. Do your plugs.
It's easy. See this QR code? Just do that thing. Take a picture. Lead you to all my shit.
OnlyFans.
That's where my workout videos are, ladies.
Yep. BBLs galore.
Yep. And they smell great. All right, guys. I'll talk to you guys later.
See you, man.
See you soon.
See ya.
Yeah, so what else we got here? Oh my God, the betting stuff too. How about just this? This is why I'm not playing along with anything anymore. I'm not really like getting too involved with any dealings of any sorts, really, when I'm thinking about it. But the gambling stuff, especially, it's like if you haven't figured out that whole thing is rigged, the sports are all kind of done for. I don't know what to tell you. James Harden this week, Danny, just to give some examples. So the NBA season started a week or two ago. James Harden this week, he had 20.5. He had to reach that 20 plus points to pay out. So of course, a lot of people are like, Harden scores over 20 points a lot of the times. So he scores 20 points in the first half. The whole second half, 0 points. And everybody's like, come on. They're really like calling for everybody's tweeting the FBI, look, right? And then it happened 2 more times this week. The very next night, Donovan Mitchell, great player for the Cavaliers, scores 15 points in the first half, 0 in the second half. Everybody's losing their fucking minds because they got these parlays going. They're hitting like 6 out of 7, and the 7th one is that, which means they could. Some people are like, I could have just won $800 if he played like he had a brain in his head the second half. How does this keep happening? Then Ja Morant, the night after that, Ja Morant's trending online every day. Another NBA player's trending online. And Ja Morant, who's like one of the top scorers in the league, couldn't score 15 points in a game. Mm-hmm. It's just unbelievable stuff. So a lot of people aren't buying it anymore. They're like, I'm only going to bet on this guy. I'm only going to bet. It's almost like you're better off just not betting anymore, or betting with another theory that you're working off of. You can't bet on the games anymore. You got to bet like how you think they want this to go. Mm-hmm. So everything's fake around here. We even got JD Vance. I don't know. People were telling me that, JD Vance went on the TP USA thing, and he's like speaking bad about that country we can never talk about on this platform for whatever reason, and all this and that. And I'm like, this doesn't make any sense, because Trump loves them, and Trump is owned by them. We know that. How are you able to come out and say all this and do that and hug Erica Kirk on stage, blah, blah, blah? Like, it's almost like, to me, it's like they're giving their base and their audience or whatever, like they're conceding some things because you have to, because it's so matter of fact that you can't keep playing it's a hoax, like with the Epstein stuff. Can't just be doing that all the time. You got to give them something so that they're like, oh yeah, he's still like one of us or whatever. Nope. It's all fake. Everything's stupid and rigged. And I don't believe any of it. I'm kind of with the Sleaze now. When it comes to wrestling or the world, I'm not believing any of it. What do you think, Danny?
No, it's good to be cautious, and if as soon as you tell somebody to not talk about something, or like if you say to someone, if you said to your male friends, "All right, lads, I'm a bit sensitive about my ears. Don't talk about my ears, please, because you might upset me." You're just going to get called big ears, like immediately and forever, and it's just like, don't tell people not to look. Don't push that button. The first thing you want to do is push that fucking button. So maybe it's maybe it's like a reverse psychology. They know you're going to ask even more questions about it now, and that's why Vance there's
4D, 5D chess.
Yeah, there's a place, but don't talk about it. But you know where I mean, but don't mention it. That place. Don't ask me about it in press conferences or anything like that, and catch me off guard. So who knows?
The news is like we're allegedly bombing boats, in the Caribbean and stuff. Allegedly, and then you're showing them on the news as you're saying allegedly. Got it. Well, it must be it was another country that blew them up from outer space, right? Yeah.
And Trump's there on an arcade case, just like, yeah. Pew, 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 pew.
It's just, this is such wild shit. And then we're supposed to have the UFC on the lawn of the White House in December at John Cena's last match. There's word that Trump might be involved in the match. And listen, guys, again, if you're new here or whatever, I'm not a Trump guy. I'm not pro-Trump. I'm not anti-Trump. I'm not pro-Democrat or anti-Democrat. It's all bullshit. That's how I see it. I know they're working together to fuck us all over, and they're doing a heck of a job of it, right? You take 4 years. Now you take 4 years. No, you take 4 years. Now you take 8 years, right? In the meantime, it's the same shit. Everything that's happening, they want to happen. You really think things are going to change? Oh, no, we'll just wait for Trump to get out and things will get better again, right? Just like in the Biden years, right? This is so stupid. There's no voting your way out of this stuff. The Charlie Kirk stuff, if you haven't noticed, they're lying all about that, everybody. Yeah. Everything's a lie about that. Everybody's acting fishy as fuck. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of the lies. Just give me...
Hollywood being America's sort of like main invention, because you see this is going to be unpopular with some American people, but you're only a very young country and you haven't, compared to the rest of the world, you haven't got many of your own industries that you can say we did this and we've built it from nothing. Hollywood, on the other hand, is, which I think is why a lot of people are very suspicious of the moon landings, because the film that was put out was at a time where America was very sort of like protective over their filming sort of stuff, even just entertainment. So because you did so well with that, I think you rely on that for a lot of things, which is why you really got into like the misinformation with the media, and why it's so popular to just use videos of stuff to sort of like mislead people. And the internet now has just made that even better. So yeah.
But again, is Hollywood made by America, or is it made by a certain country that I can't ever talk about?
Well, it's a bit of column A and a bit of column B. Obviously, entertainment and film is everywhere. But just because America, in its short 240, 50 years, has sort of like made such a mark so quickly on an industry that others excelled in before, it's like, is this the weapon of choice, essentially? They know they can rely on, making the moving, talking pictures, and that normally gets done what needs to be done, so...
And what do you think about this? Reggie asks, what's the deal with the whole digital ID? And everybody get liking and subscribing right now. Hit the buttons. If you haven't, Reggie, that's what you need to do. I love the chat. Everybody's got to chat more because I can, it's like another guest on the show. You know what I mean? But digital IDs, what's this all about?
It's control. It's control, and they're making money. If you look into which politician, Tony Blair, was pushing this a long time ago, you will see whose son, Tony Blair's, I think, owns the company that's going to take control of all the digital ID thing. So his son's going to make a lot of money very quickly.
Coincidence, right?
Is what I've read in from several people. And also Blair himself has a financial interest in the same company. So that's a strange coincidence. But even if that's a load of bollocks, it's convenience. They sell it as convenience for us because like, everything's all in one place, and you can get your phone, and you've got your driving license, you've got your passport, and it's like that's convenient for you when you want us to hand over our information. Instead of having to come round to our house and look at our phone and our laptop and look at all the other things, you've got everything in one place, and then you can just pretty much cripple somebody socially. If you take... I have a dumb phone. I don't have everything all in one place. I use my bank cards. You know what I mean? I see the appeal in like how convenient this is, but when people dangle convenience in front of me, I tiptoe towards it very carefully. Like, yeah, I'm not falling for this one again. So if they want to just be really awkward with you, they take your phone and they've got everything there, and it's going to stop you doing so much. We don't need it. They're trying to make out like that this is the solution for all the mass, uncontrolled, unwanted immigration that's been going on since Tony Blair. What a strange coincidence. He's been pushing this when he was in charge and when he's been behind, closed doors. He's been pushing for this, and every time sort of like the public have been asked, do you want more people coming over, or do you want an increase to the number of people coming over? The British public have said... Exactly. They've said no yeet every time, and we've been ignored. And it's just got to a point now where it's like, look, you can stop calling us racist or inconsiderate or heartless or selfish. We do a lot of things for a lot of people. We give loads of money to loads of different charities. We have annual events where all the celebrities join and get together, just like a lot of places do. We've taken in a lot of people from different places, and we've always been like that. London has been described as a melting pot for a long time, and that was sort of like a harmonious sort of thing because people got along and they didn't just bring their own cultures and try and make little versions of their own place in another place. And it's just got to a point now where it's unsustainable, and you can't have these different cultures trying to just live on top of each other all the fucking time. And the government have gone, oh yeah, we see that, so what you need is a digital ID. And it's like, no, you'll happily just push whatever just to get your shit out. The red filth, as I call them, that's our Labour Party. Over here, the colours are inverted. The left are red. And
you did that on purpose, I guarantee you.
Yeah, just to make it confusing. But yeah, the red filth they are not getting voted in again next time. They've got like 3 years left to just get away with as much shit as they can. But so many people just didn't bother voting last time. And I think it was like 25% of voters ended up voting for Labour. Everyone else just didn't bother. So they tried to advertise that they won by like a landslide. And it's like, no, you fucking didn't. Piss off. Everybody that they made promises to get that fake landslide, they've spat in, whether it's old people, whether it's students, whether it's people on benefits, whether it's people legitimately on benefits because they're ill or whatever, or people that are just like scamming the benefit system. Everyone's unhappy because they've just had things turn around and said, oh yeah, we're not going to do that thing for you anymore now, but we're just going to put taxes up and we're just going to expect more. And now they're being nosy with digital ID. So even the people that cheered them on last year are just have turned on them, and people in the Labour Party that have turned on them. Different parties have all sort of like signed things to say we disagree with the digital ID. It's too invasive. I can see why they've tried it because convenience does sell, and a lot of people put everything on their phone, and it would be very convenient for people. When Tony Blair left power, he handed it to a bloke called Gordon Brown, who was like the caretaker, like substitute teacher for like the last bit of Blair's term. He tried to push an ID card. This was like 2007, 2008. This was when Facebook first sort of like got really popular with like everybody's like mum and gran and that lot. Sorry, I'll just read that. Yeah, it's fucking ridiculous. It's unnecessary.
You can read it if you want. That's Paladin, by the way.
That's Paladin Aldwin. They want ID verification for every time you download a new app on your phone in Texas. It's an excuse to just see what they can get out of you, and it's bollocks. You should just tell them all to fuck off, and the internet will always find a way around these things. But yeah, sorry. So just to finish, I can see why they keep trying to push this sort of thing, because we do fall for a lot of stuff. In 2007-8, whenever it was, Gordon Brown tried to push this ID card, which had like your name and address and date of birth. It really wasn't that invasive, but it was enough for people to go, no, we don't want that. That's too much. But then those same people, like in massive numbers, signed up to Facebook that year and just like started putting like, here's my front door with my number and the street address, and here's my children in their school uniform. So here's a picture of my child's face and the school they go to. Here's my car and its registration. Do you know what I mean? And they started putting too much information on the internet. So it's just like, which did you want to keep something private or not? Because you've just given more than that card would have given.
Even the supposedly the little robot vacuums like scan your house and every inch of it and sends it God knows where, because
those fuckers will have microphones on them, if not video cameras as well. I don't have one of those. Just suspicious as hell. So yeah, I'm not surprised that they record stuff. I'm not surprised at all.
Yep, smart everything. It's a really creepy place that we could easily get into if people aren't paying attention. But I really think in the next like generation 2 or 3 or whatever, people are going to be the smartest, dumbest motherfuckers on the planet, because they're going to have all this insane tech to use, but they won't know they couldn't light a fire if they tried. They couldn't dig a well. They wouldn't even know how to do that without asking an AI first. And then would they even be strong enough to do it at that point? Because everybody's going to be sitting in little chambers with VR glasses on all day, every day, and they're just going to become comatose. That's how I see a lot of this going on.
It'll be like Wall-E, where they're all in like the chairs with the screens and the little soda holder next to them, and that's it. They just wheel themselves around in a little mobility scooter, and they've got a fucking 15-inch monitor in front of the face, and that's it. They can just ignore everybody. But we're already well ahead with that. The idiots next door, I hear them going, Alexa, turn it up, volume 3. Alexa. And it's just the bark in the same order, and it doesn't understand them. And it's like, by the time you've done this, you could have got up off your fucking ass. You could have turned the volume up, or you could have put the other song on, or whatever. It would have not taken that much. So I'll just sometimes say shit like, Alexa, open the door, when I'm outside, or just when I know they're about, and just to be a prick.
Yep. Like Ready Player One, like all of Black Mirror. Black Mirror creeps me out because I know a lot of it is based in truth. I just know it. Like, I know these things, it's going to occur if we keep going like this as a civilization, you know what I mean? But with the AI, I'm telling you, I thought VR would have already been a thing by now in the year 2025, if you asked me like years and years ago. I'm pretty good at trending things. And of course, VR has been out there, but it's still like expensive. They try to even make it cheaper with the Meta stuff and everything. And now we got the Meta glasses, but that's what I'm talking about. Pretty soon, you're going to be able to put on just glasses, and it's going to be full VR, 360, as if you're wearing a whole thing. You can hear just through the, the frames and everything. It will be, I'm sure they'll figure it. I'm sure they already got it figured out. They're just haven't put it out yet. But when we start getting into that point, and you got AI creating your own universe for you inside your little glasses that you never want to take off, when the first generation of kids come across this and they all got this stuff, we're done. Game over. They're all going to be in La La Land, quite literally. And then, it's going to be like that movie 1984, the book, where it's like a wasteland out there, but everybody thinks everything's okay as long as they got their glasses. But you got to do everything that the evil people say so you can keep your glasses and keep your subscriptions and keep your this and that and whatever. Yep. So
the thing is, though, your glasses can fall off your head, so you can buy a chain to keep them on, but then they're still going to fall and that chain will break. So for convenience, what we're going to do is we're going to give you this little microchip that we'll just put there, and then you don't need to carry the glasses around. And enough people will go, wow, I can order food by just going, huh, and thinking, I don't have to do anything. And that'll normalize it for the fucking rest of us, and we'll have to deal with it. The same way we've got public fucking Wi-Fi everywhere, the way that everyone uses the phone to pay for things, and it's like, don't normalize that. Christ, have some fucking awareness of how easy it would be for someone to just steal your phone with the case and then have everything. It's just... But convenience sells, sadly, and we're going to get chips in our heads. And
Have you seen the thief videos where he's like just running parkour style and he just runs down the street and he's snagging phones left and right? People are, because everybody's got their phones out in public, and he literally just runs around and does parkour and steals everybody's phones, gets home and has a bag of phones.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. When I go to work in the morning, if I'm pushing my baby around, in the pushchair, and you get to see other people going and taking the kids to school, you just see the tiniest children with like smartphones that are too big for like one of their hands, and they just walk around with it, just like, "Hello, everybody! I've got 200, 300 quid in my hand," and it's like, why would you not say to your kid, keep that in your pocket or in your bag or something? It's not a rough area where we live or anything, but you don't want to start like enticing people to start stealing phones. It's fucking nuts.
And then they want to make the money digital, right? And then all that, it's like, oh, well, but nobody will, it's on the blockchain. Nobody will ever get in the blockchain. You know how many times I've heard that in my life? Nobody's ever going to be able to break encryption. Nobody's ever going to be able to beat this and that. Everything can be broken as soon as it's not in your hands physically and somebody has to come get it from you, then it ain't yours, bro. That's how I see it. So all these people, like especially the mobsters and everything, they love crypto. I'm hearing about this more with the gambling stuff, but it's kind of like, well, duh. It's like, if you can use money in that way, if you're a criminal, that's good. But if you're trying to create real wealth for yourself, I mean, long term, somebody's just going to take it, right? There's nothing you can do about it, or you're going to give it up and you don't even know. Oh my God, I just showed my whole seed phrase to everybody online. Holy shit. And game over. Whatever you got in that account, it's gone. Like that.
Yeah. And the people that are like would be in charge are just, they shouldn't be the ones to be in this sort of power, like just to touch back on the previous digital ID thing. Like with Keir Starmer, whoever's put him in power and position and whoever tells him what to do, they've probably set his email addresses up. So his password's probably like Keir Starmer's password, or like, something really simple. You just had John Bolton. What was his title before? Was he like National Defense Advisor or something? Yep. And he's been using a fucking AOL email address, like a Google document, taking notes for himself and just emailing himself. And again, people be like, oh my God, he's been hacked. It's like, no, he's like 400 years old. He's probably got like his fucking dog's name as his password, or his grandchild's name, or just, you know what I mean? Something really simple. And these are the people that are going to be telling us, right, you need to give us all this information and we'll keep it safe and it'll be on a nice safe computer. And it's like no government has ever accidentally let information slip on computers that they know nothing about. And it's just, again, they shouldn't be in fucking charge of this stuff, and we shouldn't let them. And it's dangerous for everybody.
Yep. We got to stay vigilant, basically, and don't let it slowly. They like to boil the frog, real slow, and before you know it, they got you. You can't let them do that. That's why I like what Danny does. What I do for most things is just you wait it out. You go, I'm not doing all this just because you think it's more convenient and all this. I understand what they're doing. They're stealing data. They're stealing this. They're stealing that. How about we just go back to the way it was? Because actually, it wasn't that inconvenient. Things worked out a little easier without the phones. Now that we're just looking at our phone for everything, they're shutting down all the stores. That everybody's getting everything delivered instead now. It's like everybody's you got to calm down, everybody. It wasn't that bad, actually. And if you want to even go further back, instead of digital IDs, that's like one end of the spectrum that we're going, like this other timeline we're going down, when in reality, we should be linking our super technology that we have in AI, creating bigger, better, cleaner farms, better food, letting everybody in on it. So now everybody can have their own food. There's so much land in this frigging country. Everybody's got a patch of grass at least. Everybody should have a garden. Like in the perfect world, you incentivize that. So everybody, instead of having welfare and everything, everybody's got there's so much land out here and everything else because they monetized all the resources. Now we got to pay them for everything. Pay them for water and for garbage fruit and vegetables that have all these weird steroids and stuff and the weird ass meat and everything. No, just give everybody land, let everybody build their own lives for themselves, and then they can literally live off the land and still have the best of both worlds. But that wouldn't work, Danny, of course, because there's psychopaths running the world. And they're not going to allow people to get ahead like that and live free, healthy lives. They want us on the internet, stuck here forever, and just going deeper and deeper into it until, like you said, it's in our heads. Literally.
I heard a stat that, see, I'm terrible. I'm not that good at maths. So I'm good at English, so I know that it is maths. Sorry. But this thing with everyone being able to fit in Texas, is that like legit? If you could get everybody with like half an acre in the world and put them in Texas, and there'd still be space.
That's honestly, it seems reasonable to me because I've flown, around the U.S. It's unbelievable. I never even thought about it, but the first time I got on the plane, I think I was like 14, and I'm just like, where's all the houses? Where is everybody? It's all land. So they call it flyover states and stuff like that, but they've basically taken everybody and just pushed them to the coasts, all the coasts, and all the whole intersection. There's like nobody there. Sure, there's cities here, Kansas City, Chicago, blah, 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 but those are like bits and pieces. If you really spread everybody out in America, there's more land than you could shake a hat at, right? Is that what they say?
Shake a stick at.
Yeah, that's it. Shake a stick at.
Sorry,
So go Amish. Go techno Amish.
Yeah.
Rich. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying give up the new world. I'm saying, incorporate it into what's best for us. And what's best for us is when you really get down to the fundamentals of like living a life, we need to eat and we need clean water and stuff, right? We can't get that. We're soaked in chemicals. They're literally spraying the skies, and everybody's been telling me I've been crazy for 20 years. Come to find out, I'm correct. So I hope everybody else keeps up. You know what I'm saying? Thank you. Do I remember that movie? Yeah, of course.
Grok says no, it's not true. You couldn't fit everybody in Texas. Sorry, I had to ask. I'm not good at maths, so I have no way of comprehending.
Well, you're talking the world, right?
Yeah, that's the stat I always heard. You could get everybody in the world, and you could put
India's got an awful lot of people.
Yeah, that is a lot of people.
Just that alone. But I bet you could fit everybody in the whole western part of the United States in the world. Absolutely.
There's a lot more space than there's a lot more space than we're led to believe is definitely true. It's definitely a true statement. Yeah.
Have you heard the news with Bill Gates? Oh, climate change isn't real all of a sudden. Guess I was right about that too, huh? I was, everybody. Everybody yelling at me. I literally had people yelling at me because, I live in a highly blue liberal state, and they're very zombified up here. Not like the Republicans are, trust me. They are zombified as well, but not like the liberals. They're up until a couple years ago, people are yelling at me about climate change. Fuck out of here. You guys are nuts. And your boy, Bill Gates, he's pretty much conceded it. You know why? Because I think he sold all his stock off in or whatever in the businesses that have to do with trying to control everybody's resources even harder. Because that's what that was. All right, that's what
he did that last time, didn't he? With his lovely, friendly medical adventure, we'll call it.
Oh, that's right. You mean this thing?
COVID-19.
That's the one. Lovely, friendly medical adventure.
Yep, the computer guys just all in the medical and climate change and this and that. He just wants to help everybody, right? And he's like, trust that guy. Come on, guys. Yeah, Texas is huge. It's a big place. And who knows? Grok lies a lot. Grok told me today that Xavier Woods was released by the WWE.
All right, see, I shouldn't even be live right now.
I shouldn't even be live. So it tells me, and of course I look it up again, and it's like, oh, he's not being released. Of course, because that would have been some news, right? So.
Oh, yeah. Grok, AI can hallucinate, and Grok will hallucinate, but it was a maths question, and I trust a computer figuring out math stuff more than my brain, unless it's something really simple.
Well, all right. enough of the hard-hitting news right now. A little bit into some other hard-hitting wrestling news. But were you here when I did the story about JR supposedly, allegedly being racist to Devon Dudley? Seems like a legit story, but
right now, no.
So Devon Dudley was on a podcast a couple weeks ago with Bubba and somebody else, I can't remember, but he told a story about a guy in a 10-gallon hat basically saying, I don't like you because you're black and blah, 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 and this and that in front of like a bunch of other ECW wrestlers, and how he did, I think he didn't want to like push him or get him involved and stuff, but he's like, oh, whatever. And, you know, he's like a top official over there. And he made it pretty obvious, Steve, on that it was him. It was, you know, not anybody else, not Hayes or Vince or anybody. And still to this point, there's been no response from JR to the claims, because I don't know if that were me or something, I would have been come out immediately and been like, I don't remember that. I didn't do that. And he's like, I've seen him out there. He's like, I don't wish him any harm or anything. I hope he's even well with all his health issues and stuff like that. He's like, I'm over it or whatever. It's just, you know, I don't really care. He's seen me after the fact and has never come up and apologized or anything. So, and it's just, JR, you should probably come out and do a little damage control, or at least own it. People at least respect that, you know? So there's that story. Get well, JR, right?
He's maybe just at the age now where he just doesn't give a fuck anymore. I mean, I know it's not on the same scale, but working at AEW, he hears people whinging about things that he will brush off, and rightfully so with some of them, and be like, what are you whinging about that for? You're fucking 10 years old and you've got signed by Tony Khan and you get to wrestle every week and nobody fucking challenges you, so what are you whinging? It might just, with JR's age and his health, and I'm not excusing it, I'm just trying to understand his perspective. He's maybe just dismissing it all as just, it's people whinging at the old man, I don't have time to deal with this, I've got like my health and age and that lot to sort out. It
strikes me more like Devon was more like he's going to tell the story because he's like, I haven't told the story in years, in like 20 years or however long this was going on. And he's like, I just never mentioned it, but he's just like, well, fuck it, I might as well mention it now while he's alive and still when he's dead. And he pointed out plenty of times, he's like, listen, I don't really care. You know, I really, you know, it is what it is. It's already done. It's not like he's just out there being an uppity black, right? He's just kind of telling the story, and you know, people are asking about it more because, you know, that's a hot topic around here these days. And yeah, it's just, but of course, listen, if you're over like 30, 40 years old, you know that stuff was going on back then, to the point where people will actually tell you to your face and go, hey, I got a power position over you at this company, so I'll just straight up tell you, I don't even like you. How about that? It's just weird. Racism is fucking weird to me. To not like somebody because of the way they look is just so weird. Anyway, Rollins is out of action for 6 months. So that's the word. He showed up on a football show in a Bears mascot outfit. His hair was so like out of sorts when he took the mask off. It was pretty funny, but yeah. The next time we'll see him, there's no Money in the Bank next year, is there?
Yes, they're not.
I heard that they might be getting rid of it or changing the time of it or something, but I don't know. The word is the next time you might see Seth Rollins is SummerSlam. And if it's 6 months, that's April. So why would they wait until, well, maybe that's the time he can actually work out again, and then they want to get him back in ring shape and everything. So I don't know. Either way, get well, Seth Rollins. You know, one of my favorites.
If they put Money in the Bank back at WrestleMania, I think that would make a nice bit of sense. There's no need to have a pay-per-view for it. I mean, I've said before, there's no need to have 2 Money in the Bank matches on that same pay-per-view just to give the women a tribute match, because it just lessens what they do later on with the men's. But yes, I suppose if you've got 2 nights at Mania and you put Money in the Bank one night and Money in the Bank the other night, yeah.
Nope, no JCW. You want to give us some rib shot? I know Vince Russo supposedly the top bro is going to wrestle with the Juggalos. Make some stories or something. I don't know. I used to have a buddy in high school that had all the JCW videotapes. But yeah, no.
Yeah, some of my mates we used to watch some of that stuff when we used to do a bit of backyard wrestling sort of shit.
And then another kind of a funny story. I mean, I saw NXT, I think it was this week or the week before, but Ricky Saints says that people at WWE, they don't respect him. And I wonder if this is this must be based in some reality, because Trick Williams had a whole contract signing with him and was basically said he's just an indie guy. He shouldn't even be there. He's wasting his time with him, all this stuff, because Trick Williams is a superstar and you're just some, indie guy that's getting in the way from another company. But Ricky Saints in an interview was saying that he does feel judged and not respected by the locker room and other people at actual like corporate or whatever, like they look down on him and everything. So
this Ricky Stark, sorry.
Yeah, Ricky Starks.
Yeah. I've not seen it for a while, have I?
He's a champ. That's why he's kind of like, and I'm still being disrespected. I'm the champ.
It's a work then.
I would think so.
Yeah. They obviously do have something for him if they've given him a belt. I know they've got like 2,000 belts in the WWE now, but on all the different brands. But yeah, if they've given him a belt, they've signed him. It's just that's a decent story, and it knocks AEW as well, because it's like, well, everyone that comes from there is a little jobber, aren't they? I thought that was the point of it, and even if like Jericho comes over, they can still be like, yeah, but Starks, you weren't big in WWE and then went there. You were made in AEW, so you were made by a mud show. That's all you are. Yeah, it's good. It's natural. It works for what they're trying to do on their show, but then it also little dig to AEW as well.
Yeah. And of course, Matt Cardona just became the new world champion of JCW. Wow. Congratulations, Matt Cardona. I mean, how have they not given him a shot over at WWE? They just really don't like. I mean, he made a way for himself out in the indie scene. His wife, Chelsea Green, it just got re-signed again, I believe, over there. She's killing it at WWE. It just seems to make a lot of sense, doesn't it? When they like to do these intergender matches all the time, they could easily build something up like that. But all right. And Coach says, did you hear about Scott Steiner wanting to work with Braun Breaker in the WWE? I didn't, but it seems like he does. He's online now all the time, pumping him up, saying he's a genetic freak and selling his merch, liking my tweets, of course. Because me and Papa Pump, best friends, too sweeten in photos together. Yep, go check it out. Go follow me all over the place at Dr. Huge Show. Hit the like button. Yep.
Have they done much with the Steiners on camera with Breaker?
What do you mean on camera with Breaker?
Like in his corner while he's having matches?
A little bit. With his father, mostly.
Right. I could just imagine a fun little faction of just like Braun being the wrestler, but just having the other two Steiners just like intimidating and barking at people. Just like, Christ, these two are bad enough, and they're like not going to fight me in a wrestling match, whereas the younger one's just going to fucking muller me.
They had a good little bit in NXT where Rick Steiner was involved. I wasn't watching too closely, but I remember he was like locked up by the guy that's in the Wyatt 6 now. What's his name? The guy that used to wear the smiley faces and all this stuff, acted really nice. God, I can't remember.
Joe Gacy?
Yes, Joe Gacy.
Like, yeah, like Wayne Gacy. Yeah,
with the Rock's daughter was on his team and everything, and yep, he was in a cage. And around this time too was when he was at a Comic-Con and he saw the trans lady wrestler pass by, and he had all these comments for her. And you know, I made a whole weekly joke about it. It worked a few times where I was like, he's in Twitter prison now, and took the picture of when Joe Gacy locked him up and said he will be executed. So maybe that's where he went. And then right after that, I think it was Guerrero's wife, Nikki Guerrero. Was it Nikki? I'm losing my mind. You know, excuse me.
Yeah, Vicky,
not Nikki. Vicky Guerrero had a whole beef with her daughter, remember, online for a second. It was this huge story for a couple days. But she was, of course, put into Twitter jail after that. You know, everybody, God, 5, 6, 7 years ago, that was like the huge thing, the canceling. It like freaked everybody out. Like, oh, we can't say anything anymore. Everybody's getting canceled and Me Too'd. And God, people are losing jobs. The guy from The Walking Dead, he would do the post-show Walking Dead talk show thing. He lost his whole gig, lost his website he built to even get to that point, to have that show. Lost it all over bullshit.
It's the shits.
Over a chick going, Me Too, and lost his career. What the fuck? What a crazy time that was, the late 2000s especially, leading up into, you know that time. No, not CM Punk. Yeah, that. Shut up. And that too. That kind of happened around that time.
But as long as we all understand that this recent sort of like vomiting of naughty men in Hollywood and entertainment is all that ever happened. It never happened 100 years ago in the 1920s. Nothing bad ever happened then.
No.
They were all angels, just all squeaky clean, and definitely don't look it up. Don't look anything up from that time.
It's all Bill Cosby's fault.
Yeah.
Paladin says Matt Cardona versus Killer Cross was a great match. It's on YouTube now. I'll have to check that out. Yep. Killer Cross out here. His wife Scarlett was dressed up like Mystique from the X-Men movies. And she said she's still pulling blue paint out of her ears.
Totally. She did Blueface. Oh. She did Blueface.
That's not allowed, I don't think.
She'll be getting in trouble from someone.
So I picked Punk in tonight's match. I picked Jade, of course. Tiffy's got the built-in excuse. Taffy time is up. And Sleaze beat me to it. Jericho, I think, is going to return tonight as well.
Yeah, makes sense.
And Cody versus Drew. I mean, can we just give Drew the belt already? Just stop doing this. Yeah, I mean, throwaway matches with Cody Rhodes we've been having lately. And Drew made a good point. He kind of destroyed him on the mic, if you want to say it that way. But he said, wouldn't you rather be out there like trick-or-treating with your kids instead of like pandering to this crowd and stuff? It like made him nuts. So Drew McIntyre ended up with that whole thing, beating up Cody Rhodes, putting him through the table, holding up the belt, which makes me always think, he's not winning, but you never know. Yep. No, Cody would rather be hamming it up for the crowds in the middle of Utah and all this stuff. That's a great point by Drew McIntyre. He doesn't have any kids. He's got a dog. He's like, I got a wife and a dog and stuff. Like, I'll just go hang with them whenever. But I'm like doing this right now. You got a whole family over there. Go do that. You know, get out of here. UFC fighters would do this to each other sometimes. You know, they'd pull that whole gimmick and be the heel and go, don't you have kids? Like, I got nothing. Like, this is my kid right here. So you want to go? You want to do this really when you got kids and you're like worried about other shit? I'm not worried about nothing but kicking your ass. I like that. That's a great angle, Drew McIntyre. That's why you're the best right now. Also a reason why he doesn't need the belt, you know, but Cody kind of, I don't know. I'm never believing in this Cody Rhodes stuff. It doesn't excite me to watch. Like when they say Cody Rhodes is going to come out tonight, I'm like, so?
Can we not see Stardust instead, please? That was actually entertaining.
Yeah. But even when he's like being mean or meaner, hitting people with belts like he did McIntyre a week ago and everything, and they're like, look at him. He's almost turning heel. It's like, he's not. He has to lose the belt first before he's turning heel. I don't see him turning heel with the belt on, but
no. And he still sounds like Sylvester the cat, so he doesn't sound threatening enough.
That's not my problem. I don't even really recognize that. It's the air suck. Like every other word, he's sucking in the air, and it's all so scripted and phony.
It's not just the lisp. Yeah, it's not just the lisp because he does well to sort of like cover that up. But yeah, it's everything else he does to try and cover that up and sound like he speaks really posh and he's like he should be at high mighty fancy parties and things. And it's like you're the son of a plumber. Shut up.
Mm-hmm. And then we got Dom, Rusev, and Penta, which I mean, again, everybody's loving this IC run by Mysterio. It's okay, he's good, but it's not like making me tune in. I think Penta's a bore. His brother Phoenix is kind of boring too. It's exciting at first with the big flashy entrance and the masks and everything. They're good. I'm not saying they're bad. It's just like most luchadors, there's not a whole lot of personality there because you can't see their face too.
Yeah. And we've just got Kalisto and what was it Sin Cara and Kalisto?
There was a bunch of them. You had the Lucha House Party there for a minute. There was like Lucha Things, Kalisto.
Yeah. And I think it was Kalisto and Sin Cara for quite a while, but yeah, I just get vibes of that, and I know a lot of people will be upset with that because they were like favorites in AW, and like you said, they were
better than that.
They were exciting when they came over, but there's a limit on what they can do when you bring them to like WWE. You're not going to keep making Rey Mysterio each time. It's not going to happen.
So I think Penta wins it tonight. I know everybody thinks Dom is going to hold on to it, which he very well could, because the story could go. And I hate how everybody's already got they think they know everything before it's going to happen. Where Dom is going to win. He's going to take on Cena. Cena's never won the IC championship before. He's going to get that done, bring it to face Gunther, probably drop it to Gunther, I'm guessing. And I mean, that sounds cool. That's good to do. But, if I know this and I watch it actually happen after I already know this and everybody's kind of called it out, that sucks.
What if Cena's about to win the IC belt and then Sheamus comes in and fucks him over? Because Sheamus has never won the IC belt either, and he's made a big deal about that for years. And they could go, that's why he was making a big deal about it. And it wasn't, but they could try and tie that up that way.
That would be nice. I wouldn't mind that either. I like Sheamus. So I'm going with Penta still. I'm going to say Penta's going to win it. I don't even know if he's had the IC title yet. He might have. So it shows you how much I'm paying attention lately, but Coach says Dodgers or Jays win Game 7 tonight. Whoever you want, Coach. I'm going to guess you want the Jays since they're in Canada. So good for them. It's time. Plus, I'm not seeing any Japanese ball players over here. They're all on the West Coast. They'll never come to the East Coast. So, yep. Stick with Toronto. It's closer to me, I guess. And
was that it for the matches for Saturday night?
Yeah, there's only 4. It's because it's really a 2-hour show.
What do you think of Jade's progression? I saw her come back where she was acting all nice and then she attacked.
I don't like it. I think the last match, the big match I saw her in, it was clunky. Obviously, Taffy Time isn't what she's supposed to be called, but people flub lines here and there. Okay. She just looks the part. She looks the part, and that's why they love her. She came out in a Punisher outfit. The sexiest Punisher outfit ever last night. So everybody's ranting and raving. That's what wrestling has turned into. It's nobody gives a shit really about the matches or if they're good on the mic or anything. Like if that was the case, Rhea Ripley would not be the top gal right now because she fucking stinks on the mic, but she looks the way she looks. And the internet is the way it is now with the kids, so they get pushed. And that's how I see that. Kiana James is the best wrestler I've seen in a while. She literally can work, and she is hot AF. Super hot, can work. Put the rocket ship on her, because they can't miss with that. Is all I'm saying. You understand, WWE? Let me manage her, please. Thank you.
But they did sort of they didn't take a risk with Jade because they could have given her 5 times what she's worth, and it's not going to break their bank. But I think they try to make a point with Jade Cargill of being like, look, we can take this later in life pro wrestler, because she did do other things before, didn't she? So it's not like she's been doing it since she was young. And they've tried to make her into something like, notable. And like you say, she's got the aura. She'd be great as a fucking Diesel sort of like bodyguard role where she has to do very little. But then when you try and give her matches, she still seems really clunky, and I don't think she's got that natural sort of like groove to move in properly with wrestling. And some UFC style, like legit fighters, sort of like struggle to get into the sort of like the flow of it, because they just have that instinct of just like not dropping the guard and always going for every weakness they see, and it doesn't quite translate. Some do really well, but yeah, I saw Jade attacking Tiff, and I just thought, I think she's reached all she's gonna do, really. Like that sort of thing. Like I say, looks wise, she looks great. She looks attractive. She looks intimidating, and she looks like a fucking monster. So
the most chiseled booty I've ever seen in my entire life. It's like made out of stone. It's crazy looking in a good way. Not like the BBL butt pads. That was bad. No BBLs needed over here. That's why she makes the big bucks. But there's a few other little stories here before we sign off. We're not going anytime soon, but I know Enzo reached out to AEW. They had no interest, which I think is foolish. Like, why not have a guy that can really talk on the mic instead of Don Callis, like an MJF? Like, that would... He'd negotiate with you pretty good. I'm sure you wouldn't have to break the bank or anything for him. Maybe they're afraid of him, thinking like he could be like a spy or something, try to use all that info he gets to go back to WWE and be like, hey, will you take me back? Because he still wants to go back to WWE.
Most of them do, even if they're not honest about it.
I love the way he put it too. He had an interview going, and he's like, yeah, because they asked him, did you ask to go back to WWE? And he's like, I never called them. I text them sometimes. Right after he says that. And he goes, they text me back, which is cool, but they never called me. I never called them. Kind of making it seem like he's not interested and he hasn't been. It's like, bro, you're texting him all the time. Like, what's up with the jobs? Like, we know. But he played it cool. And, AEW just flat out told him no thanks. And how about this story? The Undertaker is in the news. I guess a few years back, we found this out through his podcast where he went to the grocery store in a big stupid truck. Them country dudes, right? The Republicans around here, they like big stupid trucks, Danny. And he went to the grocery store in it, went to back out after he loaded up his groceries, and fucking gave him the Undertaker, big wheel style Undertaker, over another car, ran right over it. And guy comes out, was like, oh, you're the Undertaker. And he's like, can you believe the guy was a fan? He's like, he didn't even yell or get upset. He was just like, oh, man, the Undertaker. And, he just crushed your car, bro. So, cool story, right?
Well, yeah, you're nice. Then you get an autograph and a photograph. But then when you leave, you then speak to your lawyer or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
And then do all that, And then you put your photograph on and the autograph on eBay.
These big, stupid trucks, man. They are all over the place. Yep, big trucks are everywhere, Paladin. I know you're in Texas, so there's plenty of them down there. There's no purpose. It's not like they're using it for work, Danny. They're just big. They're lit on the lifts. They're it's silly.
It's a status thing. Next door have two. They've got one car parking space out front, not two, but they've got two 4-wheel drives. And the town we live in isn't hilly or mountainous or anything. It's a town. It's got normal roads, and you don't need fucking 4-wheel drives.
Playing monster trucks, you know. It's like, what, the PP that small? This small?
Yeah.
The PP?
That's the problem.
The bigger the truck, the smaller the PP. That's what they say anyway. Except the hands and feet thing. Don't ever believe that, everybody. There's this lady out in the Dabbleverse. She knows all about yoga and breathing, supposedly. But she's like, this is what it is. It's from the pinky to this, and this is how it works with the, if you got this, the feet with like this, and then your pee-pee's like that. No, it ain't. That's not how I played basketball. I was around a lot of people with big hands and feet. Trust me, it's not true. Thank you. And Paladin says, exactly. It drives me crazy. We live in the city, bro. Yeah, why we got these big trucks everywhere getting in everybody's way? You're running over everybody else. You're running over cars in a supermarket parking lot. Maybe you should scale it back a little bit, Undertaker. Okay?
Oh, yeah.
Exactly. Listen to your mentor.
Oh, my Undertaker. Can't be a bit of Paul Bearer.
You know what? We can just leave it there. We'll leave it there. One last story. Gunther and Jay Mania match that they posted online this past week from this year's Mania. It's got like 36,000 thumbs down. This was days ago. It's probably much more than that. It is totally getting swamped by thumbs down. Nobody likes the yeet anymore unless they're there yeeting themselves.
Yeet.
Come on, Danny.
Yeet.
I can just hear that J. I can hear the J.
No yeets.
All right. Well, I hope everybody enjoyed today's show. And hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. Go over here. Hit all the links. I got another music video coming already. Got another song. I'm killing these songs. I don't even know how I'm doing it. I listened to it the other day, and I'm like, when did I do this? I must have went into a trance in the middle of the night one night, made another song. So I put a video to it. We're killing it. Like all the stuff everywhere. And anything you want to promote, Danny?
Just the website, dannydamage.co.uk. Plenty of articles and videos to watch and listen to and read. And I'm on Twitter, @BluntDamage. Come and tell me how you love the third season of One Punch Man, even though it looks like dog shit.
Yep.
I'm enjoying One Piece, though, so yeah, One Piece is good. And I'm waiting for Bleach to come back on. So once that comes back on, that's the final series of that. So that's good.
All right.
That's it. That's me. I'm just changing nappies and taking baby out for walks and then working. And yeah, I always say no yeet, sorry.
Of course, everybody eats at home, I'm sure. Coach, Paladin, everybody that's been coming through today. Shout out to all you guys. Thanks for showing up again. And I'll be back Tuesday. That's the plan. Me and Jess, the greatest looking guest I've ever had, will be back, everybody. You just stay tuned for that. And then Thursday, I may have another great looking guest. How about that? One of the queens of the Dabbleverse might come on. And people have been trying to call her fat. She's not fat. She's not.
He's fat.
Nope, not fat. Fat, PH, fat.
He's fat.
So hopefully I can get her on. You know how it goes with the ladies, Danny. They're not so professional as like these dudes. But we're trying.
Yeah, I tried to make Tuesday, but I marathoned all 26 episodes of Cowboy Bebop. So
Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah. Oh, fucking.
Names of these things.
It's been a few. Have you not watched Cowboy
I've heard
Bebop?
of it. I never watched.
Watch Cowboy Bebop.
Okay.
Japanese audio, subtitles. You know how to read. Subtitles aren't difficult. But yeah, 26 episodes. That's all Cowboy Bebop is. It's so fucking good, and you'll just see. Once you've seen it, you'll be like, oh, that's what this has copied, and that's what that's copied, and there's just so many instances of that. But yeah, one of the greatest series ever. Space Cowboys. That's how you.
Not live action.
No, not the
Okay.
No, but Bounty Hunters, Space Cowboys. 26 episodes of awesomeness. I smashed a lot of those, and I was knackered, and I was just like on the couch. So I couldn't make it.
Yep, we're working on it, Coach. You know, if we hit that 500 subscribers, who knows? Who knows how she'll dress when she comes on here, right? Maybe I'll even wear a tank top or something, show off the guns for you, John Melendez style, Stuttering John. I know you guys like that too. Yep, 500 subscribers. That's what we need. We need all the subscribers. All right, we did it. We said it all. Have a good day, everybody else. Maybe check me out on Twitch tonight. I might do some raging on Tekken. I might do that again. I take time off sometimes when I just lose my mind, Danny. It's such an annoying game, but I love it. All right. Have a good day. Bye.